Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. This is going to be my Walking Dead episode 15 video. Just careful for spoilers if you have not seen it yet. Never before was crying Daryl a more appropriate reaction shot. There is a new round of the giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video, because the finale is next week. I'll explain at the end of this what's going on with bonus videos and all the good stuff that's going to happen before season 7. So let's actually do top 5 WTF, and then there'll be a couple of comic book Easter eggs. Most of the comic book stuff is Negan related. I've already done a Negan trailer video, so I'll put a link to that in the description, but there were some comic book things in this episode too. If you do want to read along in the comics, start with volume 17. That picks up right where the Dwight stuff picked up last week. So number 5 WTF, Carol leaves. They actually rewinded in time because we got the note last week. Now we actually saw what happened before that. They play the Johnny Cash song and then they jump to Glenn and Maggie in the shower and a couple other groups on the show like Rick and Michonne. We have to talk about them in a second too. But Carol leaving, Daryl goes after her, then a bunch of people chase after him, fracturing the safe zone, making them very weak. Right or wrong, I feel like Carol is going to get vilified for this. Everything bad that is coming is totally going to flow from the comic books, so technically you can't blame Carol, but the TV show had to find a way to create the circumstances that lead to the events of issue 100 in the comics. Carol just drew the short straw. They just decided to push her character in a direction that would cause her to think that leaving is the only option, because I can't kill for any of the people that I love. Number 4 WTF, does not take her long to break that rule. Doesn't have to go down this way. I did love the way they played that, where we as the audience has way more information, and you could definitely tell. I feel like anybody watching this would know what this scene is leading to, that she's just begging them that it doesn't have to go this way because she's getting ready to kill them. They just don't know it. Number 3 WTF, seeing that Carol has made a terrible decision, Daryl does not want to be left behind on the bad decisions train and decides that he can't go back to the safe zone until he resolves the conflict with Dwight. More of an internal conflict, like he's trying to atone for what he did not do, for not killing Dwight when he had the chance. Rosita, you could argue, was either trying to join Daryl to atone for what happened to Denise, or what happened with Abraham. Either way, all kinds of people making all kinds of terrible decisions in this episode. So naturally, it's just going from bad to worse. When number 2 WTF, Dwight gets the drop on Glenn and Michonne, and then number 1 WTF, gets the drop on Daryl and shoots him, seemingly killing him. So there are really 2 emotions when that happened that I feel like most people had. One, you're either like, oh my god, did they just kill Daryl? Or 2, the other being confusion, like, oh my god, like they can't kill Daryl, so what the hell just happened here? How are they going to explain this? So as Dwight says, you're going to be fine. So it seems like he probably just shot him through the shoulder or did something to mortally wound him if they don't treat him, but he has at least as much time as they have through the end of the finale to be healed. But now, just taking stock, Carol is still on the loose. She's out there somewhere. Morgan is out looking for her. Rick came back. Everyone else was captured by Dwight. So Dwight and the Saviors now have Glenn, Michonne, Daryl, and Rosita captive. So we just gotta say it, I definitely think Daryl is gonna be fine. I think what they're doing with this WTF cliffhanger is a better version of what they tried to do with Glenn, where it's like, oh my god, is he dead? Is he alive? So Dwight shooting Daryl is just a better version of the dumpster. But I don't think that there's anybody on the show that is completely unkillable. I do feel like Daryl is one of those people that's destined to make it to the end, one of those tragic figures who will just have to watch all of his friends die. It's much harder to watch a person who doesn't make friends easily make friends and then watch them all die one at a time. That just feels like the type of sadness that The Walking Dead puts on you week to week. Here's my big question for you guys. Because they've created a situation now where they could totally do what happens during issue 100 of the comics, just trying not to be super spoiler or anything like that, do you think it will go down the same way it does in the comics with Negan and Lucille? Just in the interest of not being crazy spoilery, just use a spoiler tag in spacebar like 4 or 5 times down if you want to talk about specifics. Or you can just say, no, I don't think it's going to be like it is in the comics. Or you can just say, yeah, I think they'll do it exactly like it happens in the comics. More to that, comic book Easter eggs. Maggie cut her hair short in the comics. This is what she looks like in the comics. And second big Easter egg, look at the gun that Carl took. The etching on it is a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire, just like Negan's bat, Lucille. So I feel like even if they don't go that route, the producers want you to think that they're going to do exactly what happens in the comics. And I'm talking about issue 100 specifically. If you didn't see my Negan trailer video, next week's episode is introducing Negan. Issue 100 of the comic book is the issue that introduced the Negan character. So like I said, if you want to read up with the comics, just start with volume 17 and you'll have a pretty good idea of what might end up happening in the finale next week. I think volume 18 is going to be what they do for the majority of season 7 in terms of storyline. But as bad as things can get for the survivors, I feel like Morgan's comment, "anybody can come back," is a really good benchmark. Anybody can come back from anything. So as bad as things will get in the finale and during season 7, they can still always come back. So please just be careful when you're posting about spoilery stuff in the comments. In related news, there's been a whole bunch of Batman v Superman stuff happening. I just posted a video explaining what Zack Snyder has said about the ending and what's going on in Justice League. So there are a few other things that I need to catch up on, like Game of Thrones and some videos that I had to skip this week. So I'll try and get those out as fast as possible. Giveaway time. Congratulations to last week's giveaway winner, Kane. You win a $20 Amazon gift card. Be sure to private message me on the back end of my channel so I can get your contact details. That's just on the About page. After I post my Walking Dead finale video next week, what I'll do is I'll do like a season 7 predictions video. I think there will be some very specific things from the comics, so there'll be plenty of comic book stuff to talk about after Negan shows up. Cannot wait. I'm so excited for him. While you guys wait for me to post my next video, you can click here for that Negan trailer video. I do an explainer for Negan in the comics, and you can click here for my Batman v Superman Justice League explainer. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.